Jesse's leaving because guess what he brought to the garage? And I was just as surprised as you were. The new surprise, it's a 2024, and you'll see what it is. And sorry for the overexposure. I don't know what's going on with the sunlight. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start unboxing and tearing it apart so you guys can see what's inside of the package. A tremendous shout out to Venom Motorsports for sending me out this product. As you can see, I'm not going to really say what it is inside, but you already know because of my channel. I'll have a link for their website so you guys could purchase from them. And they have a lot more stuff than what I'm going to show you behind this box. All right, let's get on to continuing to unbox the big box here. Alright guys, I'm going to go mobile real quick to show you. So in order to take apart the skeletal metal, you're going to have to get a 10mm socket on this side and then an open end wrench like this to remove the bolt that's right over here. So here's the bolt. So I'm going to use my power tools to kind of speed up the process, and then I'm going to use this wrench to kind of hold this nut as everything kind of just falls on the floor. And knowing me, I'm going to go ahead and save these screws because who knows when I'm going to need it on a next project. And also good thing is that since this is metal, I'm going to be calling my local scrap guy, and he's going to be happy that I got some extra metal for him to take. Alrighty guys, hopefully you liked that little time lapse of my unboxing of this bike, and we're still working on it. And I'm really surprised that the front wheel already comes assembled, because in previous models before you still had to install the wheel, and then you also had to install the shock over here. And on this case, let me go mobile a little bit, you could see that it's already been installed, so that makes it even more simpler on unboxing the bike, because now you don't have to, like, you know, have someone to help you lift up the bike and all that stuff to put all those parts. The only thing you really have to do is put the handlebars right there. So I'm going to show you that right now. A few tools, nothing major. Alright, so the tool that you're going to be needing to remove these the clamps is going to be a 6mm Allen key, and this is the one I'll be using. And I'll be using my ratchet here with a long extension. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these bolts. And after I remove the bolts, I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you everything. But when we put the bolts back in, you want to use a little bit of some thread lock to really make sure everything will be secure. So let me go ahead and remove these bolts. Before I do, I'm just going to kind of keep this bubble wrap over here around the gauge cluster because I don't want the gauge cluster to get damaged while me removing the bolts. Alright, so you can see I already got the bolts out, and now here is the handlebars. Just going to go ahead, and also the keys were, just kind of wrapped there, so I got the keys out. Just going to go ahead and put that in my pocket. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the handlebars. Make sure that the handlebars are nice and clean. You can see that there's markings on here, and I'm sure it's because they were probably test fitting to make sure everything that was going to be properly fitted correctly. Alright. Which is good too, because then I already know where to kind of put the handlebars. You don't want to make it too this way or too that way, because then it'll be not aligned properly. Alright, so I'm just going to have them down for now until I put the clamps, and then we're going to start adjusting it. And you could adjust it on however you want the handlebars. If you want it to be leaning in more towards you, or if you want it to be more out. Almost like BMX bike back in the day. If you ever, I don't know if I could get a picture for you guys, but here's a picture of, people putting on their BMX bikes the handlebars all the way towards the front. Which makes no sense to me back in the day, but yeah, to each their own. And that's how you could adjust pretty much these handlebars. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the clamps, which is right here. And I left the bolt on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of thread lock on this side, and also with the other nut as well, or bolt. Alright, so you can see here is the thread lock that I put on there. Alright, and there's really no direction if it's this way or that way for the bolt, or the, I don't think there is. No, it doesn't look like that there's any particular direction. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the bracket on there now. I'm just going to kind of just thread it just a little bit, not all the way. And then I'm going to grab the other bolt right here and put some thread lock on it as well. Just make sure that you get maybe on this side and then on the opposite side for the thread lock. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in as well. And again, just hand tighten it just until you start feeling it to grab. Once you do that, go ahead and do the same thing with the other bracket. Okay, so once you do that, now you can go ahead and grab your tool, but do not put the ratchet part on there. And right now we're just going to hand tighten it until they're pretty much snug. And make sure you want to go a little bit here and then a little bit there. You don't want to, have it tightened down all on one side, because then the bracket it's going to kind of be tilted this way or the other way. You want to make sure you have even kind of pressure on both sides. And again, you don't want it to have it, tighten it all the way, because we still need to do our adjustments of, where we want the position of the handlebars. So I figure just flush with the bracket. It still will allow us to have some leeway on adjustment. Alright, so again, it's not that tight. Alright, so now that we got that part done, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually let's move this up a little bit. It should stay for the most part. If not, I'm just gonna actually tighten it down just a little bit so that the handlebars don't go flying that way and damage the bike. Alright, so about there. Seems to be holding it pretty well. Alright, so it should still, still allows us to adjust it. Alright, so now that I got that situated, I'm going to go ahead and start removing all of this extra wrap. And then we're going to start using our snips to start cutting some of those straps that are holding down the bike to the pallet, which is down there. So if you do it, I think it's probably under some tension. So when you do it, don't be alarmed that the bike may spring up a little bit when you snip those. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to probably snip the middle one first. Get this up there. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this middle one first, and then probably the back and then the front. Alright.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Alright guys, well pretty much as you can see I already got it off of this thing, and I went backwards instead of forwards. It's already off of there. Sorry, so let me kind of move all this stuff to the side and let me go ahead and put it into the garage. Alrighty guys, now to remove the plastic off of the seats. I think it's kind of really on there, so we're going to go ahead and use the key to remove the seat. Now to remove the seat, what you want to do is, well, obviously grab your key, and then there is a little keyhole right here at the bottom on this little circle piece. So let's go ahead and insert your key, and then turn it, and it should release the seat. At least that's what I'm hoping it does.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I actually found out why the seat wouldn't come out, and it's because the cable. So let me go ahead and remove this. Pretty standard under here. You know, you got the little lip over here that I kind of bent a little bit, but it should be fine. And then here's the post pin that gets locked. Other than that, here's the part that got creased with that strap being so tight. So if you guys, Venom, if you guys are listening, maybe put like some kind of cushion or something, or more foam, and then put the strap so it could kind of be even and not, you know, completely crease the whole seat. I'm really hoping that the foam over time kind of levels it out. But other than that, it's actually a pretty good seat, guys. You know, it's a nice material, has red stitching. Red is my favorite color, so it's really cool. Stitching all the way around. I may do a, you know, maybe a different type of, you know, seat cover in the future. But for now, this one's pretty nice. Alright, so guys, so pretty, oh wow, it actually has some storage. Pretty cool. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Right there, check it out guys. Some storage, you can actually put some stuff on it. Stuff inside, I mean. Alright, so this is the cable, the release cable for the seat. It seems like it's doing okay now. Maybe it's just because it's the first time. Alright, so I'm kind of just hoping with over time of constantly removing the seat that it will, you know, get the seat out a little bit better. But I also noticed that in this particular seat, you actually have a spot for a little tool kit, and that's what this compartment is for. So if you have like a little tool kit, you could kind of put it here, and then these little hooks or whatever it is for like the rubber band part to kind of secure everything in place. So I may try to do something like that for the future, and if I do, I will definitely show you a video about it. Alright, so to get the seat back on, what you want to do first is you want to slide this lip part over here into this like little hole, and then just, you know, push it down over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Gonna get me a few tries for me to do it, but you guys pretty much get the point. You guys do the same. Alright, so before we continue on to other things, you're gonna notice there's gonna be one sticker over here. And let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. You can see over here it says, please turn on the brake switch to the on position to connect the power before you use the scooter. I guess they consider this a scooter, even though it's kind of almost like a mini motorcycle. And what they're talking about is that there's a breaker switch on the inside. So let me go ahead and get the key. We're going to put it inside the keyhole. We're going to open it. It's like a little storage container, even though it looks like a gas tank, which is really like a fake gas tank. Alright, so grab the key. I'm going to go ahead and turn it in here, open it. And inside is going to reveal the charger, which is right here. And then this is the part that they're talking about. So let me go ahead and remove this sticker here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the charger out of here. And let me show you on how to charge the little mini motorcycle. Alright, so when you look inside the compartment here, I'm not sure what's going on with my camera, why it's having a hard time. But you're going to see this little spring door, this little latch. If you open it up, you're going to see that there's a plug part right there. Now that part's going to go with the charger, which is going to be this part of the plug, and you can see that part's actually going to plug into there. So let's go ahead and do that, and then after that you're going to go ahead and plug your charger to an outlet somewhere. Alright, once you plug it into power, there's going to be an indicator light on the box. As you can see, it's green because apparently the bike came already fully charged. Normally when they send stuff, it's like kind of half charged, but in this particular case it is fully charged. So good thing to know. Good thing that they actually include a box that has an indicator light. That way you know when the battery is fully. I'm guessing once it's low and the battery light's going to be showing red, knowing that it's, you know, it's still charging. All right, so we kind of already know that it's fully charged. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. All right, so it's up to you guys if you want to keep your charger box in there. You know, in case you're out and about somewhere and you want to, you know, you get to your destination, you can actually plug your bike in, charge it while you're at a buddy's house or whatever, and then put the charger back in there and then be on your way to your next location. Or you could just leave it with nothing and just kind of wing it. And if you're not really going far and you want to put bigger things in there, you can. And surprisingly, this storage box is pretty, you know, deep. You know, you got the spot here, and not only there, it actually kind of goes deep inside here. As you can see, pretty much my whole hand up to my wrist, it goes in there. And there's like some debris in there too. I'm guessing just in the making of this motorcycle. So I'll probably go ahead and clean that at a later time. But yeah, there's a pretty much a good amount of storage in there, I would say. If my guess would be kind of up to right up there on the deepness. All right, so that's that. So let's go ahead and close this. Turn it and take that out. I'm not sure. I think that's probably just a little blue film that's over it. I'm just gonna leave it on there. I think it looks pretty cool. I may change it to white or just leave it. And then you got your key over here. So just go ahead and put the key in. And I'm gonna leave this on until I get a screen protector to kind of, you know, protect the plastic. So I'm just maybe move this piece out of the way. Okay, may not be working out in my favor here, but oh well. All right, so that's it. Let's go ahead and turn on the bike so you guys can see it, and turn it on. There we go. And you can see I already put 1 mile on it just because I was moving the bike around. And oh, there we go. It's actually 0. So yeah, I did move it around though. So I'm glad it still shows 0 because I didn't really put any miles on it. Alright guys, so now let's go up to the next part of this video. Is we're going to go ahead and we are going to install with mirrors. Alright, to install the mirrors is pretty self-explanatory. Here is the spot for the mirrors. Here is the threaded part. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of just put it on there and then just keep on twisting it until the mirror stops twisting. Okay, so once you get it all the way, you're going to notice that it may stop over here, some odd position. And you know, or it may stop over here. Once you get it to your desired location of wherever you want your mirror, and then I'm just gonna probably go on the bike and then, you know, really figure it out. But it looks like, oh, you can move these. Oh, okay, so they are somewhat adjustable. It's just where the dot part, or the part that says dot, is kind of at an angle, but I'll show you that in a second. It really doesn't turn that much. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten those down, and then you guys do the same. Let me let you know on the size of millimeter open end wrench you're going to need for that bolt, which is really this bolt that I'm talking about right here. Alright, so the size for the mirrors, move this over here so you guys can see a little better. Alright, size is going to be a 14 millimeter open end wrench, and that's going to go right here for this bolt here so you can tighten it. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and sit on the bike and then really kind of adjust the mirrors. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the nut, and it should be set. I'm glad that I'm going to be getting some other mirrors because check it out, guys. But I got 2 mirrors for the right side. This is supposed to be bent that way, but it's actually bent this way. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and remove these and just ride without any mirrors for now. Alright, my bad. Actually, guys, check it out. So I thought they were both angled that way, but actually if you twist it, this actually flips all the way over. Voila, now we have it for this side and that side. Alright, so I kind of freaked out there for a second, but I kind of bumped into it and it actually flipped over. Alrighty, now that I got everything tightened down, you could just go ahead and grab the boot and then just slide it down until it kind of covers the bolt. Alright, so far it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all the fingerprints from whoever the hand that was. And there I am holding the camera. But yeah, that's pretty good amount of adjustability. Holding it that way, almost all the way up here. Not sure why you want to look at the sky. Heck, you can even have it facing all the way down. Or, you know, if you're on the other side of the bike, you kind of want to check yourself before you leave. And then as far as twisting it, it's just kind of up here or down there. Well guys, that pretty much concludes the video, the unboxing and reveal of this small little motorcycle, which is pretty much the size of a Grom. So I never thought that I would ever own a motorcycle like this, but there is a story coming up, not in this video because I kind of want to just finish this video up. I didn't want to make it too long, and I also try to make it a little bit fun. If you guys enjoyed my little quirkiness of funness on the video, please leave a comment down below. While you're down there, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'm actually going to have a lot more more videos with this bike. So there is a lot more to come with it. So stay tuned for those videos, as I will try to post them every Saturday, one after another. I have right now I have about 12 videos. So stay tuned for those videos, and don't forget to leave a comment down below of what do you guys think about this little miniature bike. There's not too many videos of this particular bike of a first ride, but there is a well-known YouTuber that did a ride on this particular bike as a first ride. Reminds me a little bit more detailed of what to expect from this bike that he kind of didn't go over. So I will be going over that in a future video. My video is going to be a ride, but it's not going to be the first ride because I wanted to get familiarized with this particular motorcycle before I kind of just threw a video out there for you guys to watch. I didn't want to give you guys a misleading information video. I wanted to be as true as possible and, you know, showing you everything about the bike. Oh, by the way, I also have a link for this particular bike, which is by Venom Motorsports. So link down below this video, plus my discount code that will save you a little bit of money on purchasing this bike. And not only this bike, it'll save you money on any product that they have on their website. You guys take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.